everyone. Welcome to CIO Africa. The event today is all about the future government and digital innovation. My name is Imran Chaudhrey, the country manager for Fortinet East Africa. It's my pleasure to have you listening in on how securing digital innovation in e-government in public sector is becoming more critical today than ever tomorrow. So digital innovation is impacting everyone today. So every business out there today has some digital innovation, digital transformation strategy in place. Digital transformation today is all about integrating technology into delivering business outcomes, changing the way customers engage with you, the way your workforce deals with you, how information is shared across the entire organization and the customer space. The problem today we are facing is digital transformation looks different for everyone. When you are in the financial space, your transformation is about digital payment gateways. When you are in the commercial space, it's about how your customer engages with you and how you are able to keep your customer connected. But when it comes to e-government, it's all about how do you have a new service delivered to the citizens. So traditionally, governments would offer a service through either individuals or specific locations, and most of the time, this service was delivered on paper. But governments are not being left behind when it comes to transformation and innovation. They're spending a lot of time, effort, and resources on delivering this innovation so that they're able to deliver a service to citizens who are accessing this. So digital services, governments are now adopting this to ensure that they have continuity, they have uniformity, and that everybody and everyone has access to these services at any one time. So some success stories in Kenya around e-government and digital transformation. 98% of Kenyans own a SIM card. 65% of these Kenyans have access to internet. 84% of them have reported that digital services are making their lives better. So you're able to get your driver's license, you're able to apply for a new passport online, you're able to transact anything that's available on the e-citizen portal. 49% of Kenyans are aware of e-governance and services are available on these platforms, and 55% of those have either used them or have reached out to a Huduma Center to try and get some help on these digital platforms. This data was extracted from the Kenyan Digital Economy paper, August 2021. So what's the future for e-government? E-government now is becoming a very popular coined word. Every government wants to now be able to offer a service, whether it's an application, it has to be consistent. It has to be the same document, whether you access it on a device or you access it from a center, or whether you're able to download and print it. So as governments look towards innovation and transformation, new technology is fast-tracking these processes for them. 5G will transform how government IT infrastructure is set up and deployed. You'll now be looking at how on-prem data centers will move to on-cloud data centers. You will look at how governments will be looking at cloud-based solutions. You'll be looking at how they'll be looking at software solutions out there that are already ready to use. Cybersecurity will become the most important discussion around digital governments. Reason being, these governments will now be holding a lot of information about their citizens: first name, middle name, last name, date of birth, spouse details, children details. So the amount of information that will be on store will be phenomenal, and this data needs to be secured all the time. There'll be adoption of big data and analytics. The strategies around how to manipulate this data, how to use this analysis and this information from this data to be able to provide a faster, more efficient service to its citizens. Use of machine learning and AI will become popular as networks become faster, infrastructure becomes more intelligent, so will machine learning and artificial intelligence. They'll be used to be able to correlate data. They'll be used to find out what services are popular and what services are not popular. They'll be able to take feedback and be able to tell you what needs to be done. Blockchain is becoming popular. Lots of OEMs out there are now testing how to deliver e-government on blockchain, and very soon this will become mainstream as these technologies become more mature. Cloud will be a big player within e-government as government looks to scale its offerings to its citizens using digital platforms. They'll not be able to do this using physical data centers. They will be forced to move some key applications, some key resources, some key services to the cloud. And cloud providers, cloud platforms will become very popular with the future technology that governments are going to be adopting. But what's the biggest challenge digital governments are now facing? The biggest challenge they face is cyber threat. Threat is now becoming extremely sophisticated. We're seeing advanced ransomware, advanced malware, botnets becoming more aggressive and more ferocious out there. We're seeing the attack surface increasing. So you now have citizens who are connecting from their homes, from their desktops, from their laptops, from their tablets. You have government employees working on the same platforms. So the attack surface is growing not only within government, but also externally. Ecosystems are becoming complex. Government has to run a primary data center, a public DR data center. They're going to move stuff up to the cloud. And this complexity now brings a new challenge. How do you seamlessly integrate the whole thing? And most importantly, how do you ensure security is uniform across all of this? As government moves to digital platforms, data governance and data privacy now becoming important. A lot of compliance will be put into place. What happens to this data? How do you secure this data? How is this data used? How is this data shared? What we are seeing now is we're seeing an increase in nation-state attacks. We're seeing new types of attack types becoming common out there. We're seeing the volume of these attacks growing. We're seeing the sophistication of these attacks becoming extremely more intelligent. And as these threats become more sophisticated, digital governments now need to know that they have to design and deploy cybersecurity from the word go across all the environments. I took a screenshot from NORS last night, and I put it up just to recreate the challenges that we all face when it comes to cybersecurity. And from this threat map, you can see the volume of threats out there. You can see the type of attacks that are happening, the ferocity of these attacks, the frequency of these attacks. And this is just a small snapshot of maybe traffic that was moving up and down for around 5 or 10 minutes yesterday. And I captured this off the NORS threat map last night. So what's Fortinet's mission? Fortinet's mission is to secure people, devices, and data everywhere, to ensure that we deliver a digital world that can always be trusted, that can always be secure. So how is Fortinet achieving all of this? We have one of the broadest security portfolios out there, and this broad portfolio helps our customers, especially e-government, deliver security across a wide area of their use cases. We're also able to ensure that this portfolio is able to integrate into existing platforms, existing infrastructure, and across the Fortinet portfolio of solutions. We're building a lot of automation to ensure that you're able to deliver a zero-touch management of security across your entire platform. So as governments adopt digital transformation, as they look at delivering e-government platforms to its citizens, what should they be looking for when they're looking at cybersecurity? So one of the most important things is they need to find a platform that's able to manage their risks, reduce the number of attack surfaces, reduce the amount of risk areas that they have, that they deal with on a daily basis. Consolidate the infrastructure, consolidate cybersecurity so that it makes it less complex, it makes it easier to manage, and it's able to deliver clear outcomes when you're delivering an e-government platform. Accelerate transformation. The cybersecurity platform should be able to fit in easily, should be able to deliver clear outcomes, should be able to be easy to use, should be able to scale out to new platforms that are brought into the current eGov platforms that are running with digital government, and at the same time build in a lot of automation so that there's zero touch when it comes to deployment, there's zero touch when it comes to managing it, and there's zero touch when it comes to dealing with threats. So what would e-government be looking at in terms of their pillars when it comes to their security posture? So one of the things that is changing really quickly out there is the way networks are being designed. Networks today are now application-driven. they are WAN edge driven, they are cloud driven. This means that how the entire network is designed now is not the way we traditionally used to design networks. It's all about getting an application from A to B, getting a SaaS app from the cloud to the user on ground, and making sure that all of this is being done with a good user experience and with security kept in mind. Zero trust is the new word. Everything is about zero trust now. We don't trust applications anymore. We don't trust devices anymore. We don't trust who's on our networks anymore. As networks get complex, ICT environments get complex, infrastructure gets more complex, the user behavior changes. Previously, you would access information off your desktop. Now it's laptops, tablets, smartphones. E-citizens are now accessing information over the web using all kinds of devices, connecting on home networks, public networks, free Wi-Fi, and any other form that they can get onto to be able to access you. And e-government will now need to understand that zero trust is the way to go. They should be able to deploy solutions that prevent unknown devices, unknown users getting onto their environments. Cloud is going to be very transformational for government as they scale from 1 million e-citizens to 40 plus or 100 million plus e-citizens. They're going to have to deliver these platforms over the cloud, whether it's hybrid cloud, whether it's multi-cloud, private public mixture. They're going to have to be able to deliver these applications on these cloud environments. At the same time, securing how communication is handled, securing how applications are facing both internal and external, making sure that applications are being delivered seamlessly to e-citizens who are accessing this information as they move along. Fortinet delivering digital security everywhere you need it, a large portfolio of solutions that's able to fit into multiple areas of e-government. Today we are working with a lot of e-government solutions across East Africa, and we've delivered clear outcomes for them. As you look at cybersecurity solutions to secure your e-government story, your digital transformation, you've got to factor in a security vendor that has very strong visibility, innovation, and threat intelligence that can be used to secure these platforms as you put them out over the web to your e-citizens. So digital security everywhere you need it, your trusted partner for now and into the future, Fortinet. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure speaking to you. If you have any questions you'd like to ask me, you can find me at the Fortinet booth, and I look forward to talking to you. Thank you.